In this video, traders, we're going to look at useful trading metrics that you must measure. Stay tuned. Hey traders and investors, a very warm welcome to you. If you're a subscriber, thank you for your support. If you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel for more videos from me and others about trading, investing, strategies, discipline, all that kind of stuff, all looking to improve and become better traders. Okay, so we're assuming now you're doing a trading journal, or you're about to do a trading journal, or you're thinking of doing it, you just need a bit of convincing, or any type of that process. But either way, you recognize the value of adding down or writing down a list of the metrics that you've done of your trade so you can evaluate. Let's look at some of the best things that you need to measure as a trader. All right, number one, obviously your trade entry and your trade exit. So these are very similar or exactly the same. We need the market you're trading, the position size, whether you've gone long or short, the time you took the trade, and the reasons for the trade. Now those reasons, here, you don't want to be writing down a massive amount of stuff. You really should have a selection of strategies, and you'll say, hey, the reason is this strategy was triggered, this trend strategy was triggered, this reversal strategy was triggered. Time of the day you took it, if you're intraday trading, or if you're swing trading, obviously it can be end of the day, or not necessarily, you might take it intraday and hold it for multiple days, log that. Long or short makes perfect sense. Position size and the market. So just normal metrics you do. Don't rely on the broker to do this for you. I know the brokers will always have the statements and the blotters and the execution pads or whatever it may be, but do this for yourself on a piece of paper. All right, so now we're looking at trade management, scales, adds, and reasons. Why did you scale into the trade? Why did you scale out of the trade? Did you add to the position? And justifying why you did it. Hey, the market went my way, I looked to add on the next pullback. Or hey, the market went against me, I added to it, I know I shouldn't have done it, blah, blah, blah. You're starting to document your whole process, which is very, very important. All right, then you've got a summary of the trade. So, hey, this was a great trade. I spotted it. I did a good analysis on it. The filter was great. The trigger was good. I pulled the trigger when I should have done it. Everything fitted nicely into the trade thesis. The setup was there, whatever. Or I made a mistake. I pulled the trigger too. You know the score. We're not going to go through all the different variations and permutations of that, but it's writing down a summary of the trade so that you can review it later and see also your logic and your kind of your language as well, should I say, right? So that's your individual trade log. You're adding all those things down. After you've been trading for kind of whether you're a day trader, a day, a week, a month, whatever it is, have a suitable length of time. You start to now put some more metrics in place. So P&L. So what was my P&L for the day or for the week? Total trades. So let's assume we're a day trader for this example. P&L for the day, how many trades have I done in the day? What was my profit and loss for the day? Winners versus losers. So how many trades have I taken that were winners versus losers? What's my ratio of win to loss? Maybe this is, say, a week or a day, it doesn't matter. The point is you want to see that ratio to see where you are. And then we want to see the average winner versus loser. So this is going to tell you, if you're mostly winning, are you mostly making more on your winners than you are your losers? And this is a metric you can try and improve. If your average winner is kind of equal to your average loser, or your average loser is, you get the idea. You start to see a pattern that you can improve on, which is what it's all about. Then we want the biggest winner and loser. And this, I think, is arguably one of the most important metrics here, because if you can identify that, hey, your damage or your bad trading or your poor trading is being done by one or two big losers, this will highlight it. If your biggest loser is like way more than your biggest winner. So by the way, just for clarity, you're doing your average winner and your average loser, your biggest winner and your biggest loser. So you're getting four metrics in one here. I've just put them on two different lines. So the point is, if your biggest winner is less than your biggest loser, that needs adjustment. You need to adjust your stop loss strategy, your target strategy. That's where you need to tweak. If your average winner is way more than your average loser, that's good. That's the way it should be. If the other way around, you need to adjust it. If the total trades is high, total number of trades is high, maybe you need to bring that down. You're starting to see a little bit of a pattern. All right, let's move on. Performance process. So summarizing the day, were you disciplined? Did you execute things without second guessing them? Were you focused? Did you go through your routine beforehand? Did you do this? Did you do that? All the things, the parameters that you probably would want to assess and analyze if you had hired a trader for your firm, as so to speak. All those things you want to know how they were thinking. What was the mindset like? Were you in good feel of the market? And then comes in nicely this one, market conditions. What's the volume? the volatility, the range, do we have economic data coming out? Because now you can start to tie in things. You can start to say, okay, look, my average, my worst times are when volatile conditions are here, or my best times are volatile conditions here. You start to build a bigger picture. So what do? You either say, you're not going to trade in volatile conditions because it's very poor for me, or I am because it's very good, or I'm going to improve on certain. You start to highlight the areas. And the final thing is feedback. So feedback of literally how I've performed over that longer period of time. This is like this individual trade section. This is the longer period of time section. How do I feel about it? Have I executed things well? My profit and loss was quite high, but I feel like I lacked a bit of discipline. That kind of stuff. It doesn't take long to do, but before you know it, you'll start to have a nice folder of information that you can say, hey, you know what? Now's the time to conduct my review of my trading. Let me go through and let me have a look. Okay, blah, 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 right. I seem to be having quite big losers. Why is that? Let me have a look. Okay, it seems to be occurring on these type of market conditions. Let me have a look at the charts. Let me see. All right, I see what's happening now. It's actually happening when I go back to here, I look at my reasons. I see myself, I've taken 3 kind of fade trades and they've contributed all to my loss. And I've done that multiple times in the week or the month. And without those, I'd be good. Immediately, you've made a massive, massive improvement to your trading. You've isolated that these aren't that great. So let's take them off the strategy completely, take them out of the book completely. The market conditions obviously aren't right for it. Great. If I did that, let me just see if that would have worked. What happened if I removed those 3 worst trades from each of it? Oh, my P&L will be up by so much more. I will be profitable, or whatever it may be. The point is, guys, is measuring so that you can improve. And these are just some basic things you can do, very easy to do, that will immediately make you see where the holes are in your trading and the areas are that you can improve. And improve in these sort of areas, you don't even have to look for another strategy. You have to look for another setup. All you're going to do is improve what you're doing already, and that will give you a big boost in your success. All right, guys, thumbs up if you like this kind of stuff. Appreciate the subscription if you haven't already. Down here somewhere. Take care. Bye-bye.